The thing about Teslas is if you order your vehicle right before a brand new refresh happens, you might miss out on really cool updates with the exterior of your car and get stuck with last year's model as far as fit and finishes. Well, we just have more information that a brand new Model 3 refresh will be happening in 2023. That is the expectation. So let's go over what exactly is going to change. We're also going to compare which is better, the Model 3 and Model Y, with all the information to back it up. Let's go over all of that in this video. As always, there's a lot of Tesla channels out there. Please consider subscribing to mine. I get right down to it. And the new information is the general assembly line for the Model 3 in Fremont, California is going to be experiencing a revamp with certain parts of the manufacturing process being taken out and replaced or removed with the new filing from Tesla. So what is exactly changing is in Fremont, Tesla filed and signed an application to build temporary tents that will house the Model 3 body fitting and light repair operations until May 1st of 2023. In a separate filing, Tesla said it would demolish brake and roll equipment on Model 3 lines while providing a temporary floor cover over the pits that store the equipment, and all of this supporting electric and manufacturing utilities are set to be demolished as well. So have you seen this? This is a brand new picture that just came out recently, a leaked picture of what seems to be a new Model 3 potentially for 2023. Now there has been some discussion and it has been reported on last week by Reuters that some interior and exterior changes will happen to the Model 3. Elon has said in the past that the best part is no part. So I believe, and I'm going to go into what exactly has changed on the Teslas moving forward. So stick around for this, but there could be some technology upgrades inside and then some minor changes on the exterior. Here's what I expect to happen. I believe that you will get a new Model 3 with a single casting. Elon has even talked about this in the past to provide more resiliency and structure and safety to your Model 3, much like that single casting in the Model Y has. But I do want to cover what has changed. This is a quick list. There are new tail lights. If you are considering the Model 3 performance, they now include an amber turn signal, which was once red, and a brighter housing that is a brighter color when the brakes are not in use. And if you are considering the Model Y, there is now track mode coming to the Model Y, currently in the Model 3, and also a new standard range Model Y is confirmed. The price to be rumored at $60,000. We'll have to pay attention to that. So again, changes to some of the features in the Model 3 and the Model Y. So some of these changes are going to be subtle. They're going to be removing some parts, it seems, and then revamping maybe that one-piece structure of the Model 3, but I want to talk about this. So what is the main pros and cons if you're looking at a 3 versus Y? Well, number one is definitely the price. If you're just trying to get into a Tesla, it goes without saying that the rear-wheel drive Model 3 is the most budget-friendly until those prices come down. Now, if you're unaware, prices did come down. If you're willing to take delivery in the month of December of 2022, and you must choose from the current inventory on the Tesla website. So which one is better? I own the Model 3. My brother owns a Model Y Performance. I've driven both, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, and we're going to break down some other pros and cons, but don't take my word for it. Let's give you some real statistics. Zootobi is a group that takes all of the Tesla ratings from consumers and compiles them, and the Model 3 was actually the top scoring car, and they scored a 4.53 out of 5 for satisfaction. So if you're looking at the highest rating customer satisfaction vehicle, it definitely is the Model 3 for Tesla. Now, if you're looking for safety, the Model Y really shines. Now, both cars are really safe and also have high customer satisfaction ratings, but a recent study from the European New Car Assessment Program rated the Model Y the top rated safety score they've ever had. Again, this is a safety assessment. The Model Y took that crown. So if you're looking at a new Tesla, which one is better? Let me give you my thoughts. We talked about price. Let's now talk about ride quality. I have driven both vehicles, and even my brother, who owns the Model Y, says that he feels the Model 3 is a lot smoother. So if you're looking for comfort, a smooth ride, I've heard this from other channels as well, consider the Model 3 in my opinion. Ground clearance. So maybe if you live on a slope or if you're loading your child into a car seat like I do, having a lower ground clearance on the Model 3, while it looks really cool, it's sometimes difficult to squat all the way down and get under that car roof, especially with a toddler in your arms. So if you do want more space and ground clearance over things like snow or salt or whatever it happens to be, consider the Model Y. So here's another one that goes to the Model Y. If you are considering the most price affordable Tesla currently, which is the rear wheel drive, then obviously that Tesla does not have the all-wheel drive, which would come in handy, especially here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, during those winters. So if you do want all-wheel drive, then you have to get a more expensive Model 3 or you have to get the Model Y. Trunk access, another one that I have to give to the Model Y, especially as a hatchback as it is. The Model Y lifts much higher for the trunk when you're loading things, especially taller objects. I have a stroller, like I just mentioned, for my kiddo, and it's a little cramped in the trunk, I will say that. There's no way I can load taller items like boxes into my trunk. Those sometimes have to go in the back seat. So it goes without saying, obviously as a small SUV, the Model Y has more space, but as far as loading height goes, with that hatchback, it really comes in handy if you do go camping or you have a lot of things to load from time to time. Another one I would give to the Model Y. As far as space goes as well, the first thing that I noticed from driving my Model 3 to my brother's Model Y is something not a lot of channels talk about, and that is the headroom. Especially with that higher ground clearance, there's more cabin space in the vehicle itself. It's a wider car, but if you're a taller individual, you really feel that extra head space, that headroom in the Model Y. So again, if you're looking for comfort and some extra space, I'll give the nod to the Model Y. And last but not least, I feel like this is a little one-sided, but the 4680 battery is coming to the standard range Model Y. Now, it has been said that that will be all-wheel drive, which again is another advantage to the Model Y versus the Model 3, but the price is rumored at $60,000, so more expensive. But the 4680 battery is Tesla's most efficient battery, and it's said to give more power as well. Now, we're not really sure if that's going to dramatically increase things like the 0 to 60. I think what it means is your charging speeds may improve and the battery life may improve, things like that. But the 4680 is a really cool advantage coming to the Model Y first, and then I'm sure it's going to roll out to other vehicles, but it has been talked about going into things like the Cybertruck. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take for the Model 3 to get that battery, but again, that's a slight advantage to the Model Y. Don't get me wrong, I love my Model 3. The price is fantastic. Now, of course, I got it for much less than the base range Model 3 is currently. And also, there's going to be the long range available next year as well, currently unavailable on the website. It's obviously easier to park, being that it's a smaller vehicle. So if you're tight on space, or if you want to fit it into a narrow garage, I would definitely go with the Model 3. I really love it. I would buy it time and time again. Brand new features expected for the Model 3 coming next year, with those leaked images of the Model 3 and new filings of changes for the Fremont facility. So which one is better, the Model 3 or Model Y? Well, they both have their pros and cons. I can tell you from driving both, they are very enjoyable no matter what Tesla you get. There are a lot of Tesla channels out there. Please guys, I'm trying to grow the channel. Support the channel. If you got one good thing out of this video, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot, helps the channel to be seen by more people. And of course, make sure to drop a like so I know that you're out there watching. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.